Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 19 of My Life as an Empath. My name is Eli, and in this series, I'll be sharing with you all my personal experiences living as an empath, a high sensitive person, and also an introvert. Thank you so much for watching the video and visiting me here in my channel. Hope you're having a great day. I'm having a great day of my own. It is extremely hot where I live. I am sweating like a maniac right now, and I'm under uh, a ceiling right now. So that's how hot it is over here. But anyways, let's get to the subject today. And it is something that I saw recently on a video in YouTube, actually, and they it's called love fear. They talked about love fear, and the way they described love fear and explained it, I guess, is when you do things for other people, thinking you're doing it because you love them, but it's actually fear. You're doing it out of fear, and that fear could be losing them, or it could be disappointing them, etc. And the reason why that made sense to me, or kind of like made me think about my personal experiences, was that in my romantic relationships, I've been awful. Like, I have a really bad record. I haven't had a relationship for a while, which is fine because at this point right now, I'm enjoying myself so much that I am not interested in dating whatsoever. But I was when I was younger, and for a long time. And I think it was one of the reasons why I was obsessed of having a relationship. It was because I was having abandonment issues, and so it was trauma. So I because of that trauma, I was always looking to have a relationship with someone. Or when I saw somebody, uh, when I see somebody, when I used to see someone that interests me, um, I would get really obsessed. Not in a horrible way, not in a creepy way, but still, right? I was, I would like be like, especially if they responded, I would get obsessed in a way like, oh my god, finally somebody that I likes me back, and you know, and I'll get really excited, and I was like, okay, this is my opportunity to because to be with somebody, because I thought that that was gonna help me deal with my trauma, with my abandonment issues. Oh my god, just talking about it, just like I it's creepy that I did that, you know, at one point. Um, but yeah, I think, you know, this made sense to me because the reason one of the reasons that that I was like overly, you know, in love, or I thought I was in love, or I would get like a little bit obsessive, you know, like if oh my god, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I used to be the one, the young one of like, you know, if I call and they don't, you know, you don't answer the phone, you know, and it's been 5-10 minutes, I will be like, oh my god, why haven't they called me back, or what are they doing, or do they not like me anymore? I mean, and this is just, you know, during the like the getting to know each other period, right? So very early on, that's how I used to be. Holy cow, right? But now, now at this age, and when I read this, or heard it on YouTube, it just made sense because I was doing it out of fear, right? It wasn't only the trauma and the abandonment issue, but the fear that was of being abandoned, of not being accepted, of not being liked, or 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 that person just, you know, coming to me and be like, you know, I can't do it, I can't do this, or, you know what I'm saying, like. So out of fear, I was loving out of fear. It's incredible, right? It's so interesting how unconscious I used to be, when I was younger and I was, you know, dating. It's so interesting, and no wonder I wasn't successful. So now I understand why I wasn't successful at all. My longest relationship was 2 years, and that was the first time I fell in love. And I think, and it lasted. It was a good amount, right, for being my first relationship. But after that, and I think I wasn't in my mid 20s when I had my first relationship. But after that, I was not successful, and I understand it. I accept it. I know what I did wrong now, and um, and why I did the things I did. You know what I'm saying? So I guess, moving forward, again, I don't want to date anybody right now, but if I were to be ready, and or wanting to put myself out there, um, I know what not to do ever again, right? And I think it's a big lesson, right? It's a big lesson that when we date folks, and start, we date and start getting to know each other. I think it is very important to, you know, don't bring all your baggage right away, but and don't, you know what I'm saying, like, I mean, you shouldn't bring it at all in a relationship, you know, and don't pressure. I think one of the things is that we pressure ourselves because there's an expectation of, like, when you hit a certain age you need to get married and you need to then have kids and do all that stuff, right? There's also an expectation, depending on where you live, religion, culture, and all that good stuff, right? So there's that pressure, or you see other people, right? Your friends that you went to school with, or cousins or whatnot, and people around you, they're dating and they're doing, the whole dating and getting married and stuff, and you're like, "Well, but what about me? What's going on?" Um, so there's a lot of pressure, right? There's a lot of pressure for that. So I don't know, like, don't put pressure on yourself. Um, you don't have to date if you don't want to, right? And this whole loneliness thing, I don't know, like, I feel like lonely is just, I think that it's that the description of, or the belief that loneliness is a bad thing is it's what we have been trained to think and and believe, right? There's and I don't like the word loneliness. It's just, I like being alone, right? But the word loneliness just carries this heaviness, this negative not connotation, right? So I think it's more of like, it's okay to be alone. It's okay to be single, and when you are, enjoy it, enjoy it to the most, right? Don't do what others are telling you to do or what others are doing. You know what I'm saying? It's perfectly fine to not have a partner. Did I think this when I was younger? Absolutely not, right? Because I remember, my family asking me about partners and stuff. But anyways, I hope this makes sense. If you have any questions or any comments, follow ups, just yeah, let me know in the comments, and yeah, just enjoy yourselves, right? Enjoy yourselves, and be in the present moment, right? We only got right now. Always, always is the right now that we have. So enjoy the right now. And thank you so much. I appreciate you watching. And yeah, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.